Hey everyone, Amy Burnett here with Bowtech Archery. We are live at Bowtech headquarters with Rihana and Cary, and we have a really cool thing for you guys today. Almost as cool as our live antelope hunt. Maybe a little cooler.
That was pretty cool. I actually just got done watching that. That was amazing, and it makes me want to go hunting so bad.
Right? Right? All right. So Ria's going to show us how to make homemade backpacking meals, which for you guys that like to go out and go deep into the backcountry, this is really a cool idea, and it's expensive, or it can be expensive and unhealthy if you don't really know how to do this, which I am totally going to have to try this. But let's dig in and explain to people exactly what you're doing and how you got onto this.
So it's definitely been quite the process trying to make my own homemade meals. And for me, the journey began because I love to eat the meat that my husband and I harvest. Our deer and our elk, we have lots of tuna. So finding a way to incorporate that in the backcountry was super important for me, and that's what led me to making our own backpacking food. So I just started doing research online about what kind of storage to use, what's the best dehydrator, and I'm just going to take you guys through it because I think it's super important information that all of us could use. They definitely do not cook the same as those backpacker pantries or the mountain houses, so you have to be prepared for that. But eating your own meat on the mountain is so rewarding. Well, it's gonna be so rewarding that it's worth it to me and my husband. So I wanna show you the recipes that I came up with and how I'm gonna store it, and then how I'm gonna seal it and take it on the trail and cook it.
Well, and again, like we all as hunters like to know where our meat comes from. And if you're making your own meals, you know where it comes from. Plus, I don't know about you guys, but we were just talking about our freezers are still full. This is a great way to make some space for the upcoming season.
Yeah, because I think we're gonna be on a 3-week trip where we're gonna be eating backpacking meals. And, you know, we need to use those 3 weeks to eat our wild game. So, because we need to fill our freezer with some more this year. So, all right, so I'll walk through the breakfasts. I've got my lunch, what I do for lunch and snacks, and then I'll walk through dinner as well. So, how I packaged it and all that jazz. So first, I'm gonna show you guys this amazing oatmeal. And all of these meals, mind you, I've put together. We made sure they're the right portions for us. You might wanna do a little less, you might wanna do a little more, depending on how much energy you burn. We do more because we eat a lot. So,
and now, are you preparing for you and Ty both?
So we're packing in our food separately. Okay. Ty wants a little bit more, so I just fill his with maybe 1/4 cup more of what I typically have. So he's packing in his food, I'm packing in mine. You can buy some bigger Malar bags if you'd like and store 2 meals in them. For me, I wanted them small and compact and able to do just single meals because we're not always together either. So I didn't want to do 2 meals in one. And you know, one thing I noticed last year while we were using those backpacking meals, they are 2 servings, and I don't eat it all. You know, I'll leave a little bit, and I don't like to eat the whole thing anyways. So typically what I'll do is I'll leave it in there and eat it the next day, so you can. It's definitely not as good cold. So that's kind of why I decided to do the singles, but you guys can do doubles if you want. So first is the oatmeal. I usually do 1/2 cup, and for Ty's, he does 3/4 of a cup. So.
And these bags are super cool. You got these on Amazon?
No, these ones are from clearplasticbags.com.
Oh, that's right.
They are certified FDA approved storage food bags. So they sell in the hundreds. You can get up to 500 if you want. But I just got 100 of them because I know that we'll be utilizing over the next few years. So they're the Malar bags, and this isn't metallized foil. It's just the Malar, whatever they're constructed with. So it helps protect your food from light, and it's great emergency food storage for any type of preparation. So for me, I just chose these ones, the Malar seemed like a good fit. So.
It really just looks like anything else that you would find in the grocery store, just without the label.
Exactly. And now with the instant oatmeal, so one thing that I'll touch on really fast, the difference between freeze-dried food and dehydrated food. I think that's really important because I've gotten a lot of questions about that. Freeze-dried food is 98 to 99% water, water dehydrated from the food or freeze-dried from the food. So only 1%, 1 to 2% left. So it rehydrates a lot faster than dehydrated foods do. Dehydrated vegetables you can rehydrate with just warm water, but meats you typically have to boil. If it's freeze-dried, all you have to do is add hot water. That's a lot of those backpacking meals are the freeze-dried meats. Well, the only problem is those freeze-dried machines are a lot more expensive than dehydrated meals, and I just didn't want to spend that. So my dehydrator that I used was $150 at Cabela's. I researched those, but this one just happened to be on sale. So I went with the dehydrator over a freeze dryer because of the price for me. But that doesn't mean you can't get freeze-dried strawberries. You don't want to dehydrate strawberries and rehydrate them with quick oats because they're not going to rehydrate as fast if they're dehydrated. So the freeze-dried, if you add hot water to the oats with this, then it'll rehydrate properly. So that's one thing that I figured out along this journey. Nice. You have to use the freeze. And blueberries too. I dehydrated a bunch of blueberries, but I decided that I'm going to use freeze-dried because they don't rehydrate.
They must have been really tiny.
Yeah, and for the instant breakfasts, I want them to be instant. I don't want to have to boil them in the jet boil like I do dinners. So that's why the freeze-dried works better for me. So with these, I'm just doing a half a cup of oats for my own. Then it's easy, just put in a few strawberries. You can measure it out if you want, but I usually just grab a handful and put it in.
Oh, it smells so good.
Oh my gosh, and it's so delicious too. I'm excited to eat these meals actually on the mountain, so that's good. Okay, so we like a lot of protein in the morning, and it's not always, you're not always able to pack in scoops of protein. So instead I'm gonna put it in our oatmeal, and it's really good. It actually reconstitutes kind of like a milk, like you would use for oatmeal anyways. So this is the Strawberries and Creams Magnum protein. It's 20 grams of protein, and it's from Mountain Ups. So I'll put in a half a scoop usually. I don't do a full scoop. You could do a half a scoop if you want. In Thais I do a full scoop. In Thais I do a full scoop. So then these are ready to be heat sealed. So if you're going to be storing this food for a really long time, then you might want to add the oxygen absorbers. If you're storing it, you know, over the next few weeks or a year, then you don't have to add these. But I typically add these to the meat anyways because it helps decrease anaerobic pathogen growth. So especially in the meats, you want to make sure that you do that. So you can add these, you don't have to, but they're pretty cheap on Amazon, and they actually come with the bags. You can double them up. So.
And this is a food sealer, and you got this.
It's a heat sealer.
Heat sealer.
Yes, there is a difference. The food sealers are like the vacuum sealers. They will not seal this heavy bag. You have to get a heat sealer. So then and you always want to label it. And then that's
and you're just doing right along the top.
Yep, just right along the top. And then when you're out in the field, you can just pull this off and open it up, and they're resealable. So like I said, if you don't eat your whole breakfast and you want to have it, you know, an hour later or something, then you can just grab this out of your pack and start eating it. And then so the final, I always label it. Make sure that you put the date that you packaged it or cooked it, and then I put on there all of the ingredients that I put in there. So yeah, so that's the very first breakfast that I made, and Amy's gonna, let's try it.
Where was it? Oh, it's in, tell me about these great little bowls too.
So these bowls I found on Amazon. I think they're about $20, and they're something that you can use throughout your backpacking adventures. So whether you're dehydrating your meals or buying the freeze-dried meals, then you can use these guys to separate them. So.
And they seal nicely.
Yeah, they are a totally sealed, I guess I'll show you. So basically nothing's coming out of there.
Right.
Then you just have to open it up And then we had this pre-made right before the live. So, and it's super good. It's high protein and a good carb to get your day started, especially if you're going to be doing a lot of hiking. So, and you can add more or less water, a little bit more. I added about a cup of water. You could do a cup and a half if you like your oatmeal a little bit more watery, like I do. But yeah, this was just.
It's really good. The strawberries taste great,
and they rehydrate super fast. It tastes like just fresh strawberries.
Yeah, we started doing this just before we went live. Yes. So it's quick.
Yeah, and that's what you have to make sure. When you buy the oats, you want instant oatmeal. You don't want to get the regular oats. It's instant oatmeal so that it cooks fastly.
So we were talking earlier about overall cost.
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff on here, but overall you didn't spend that much.
No, I think my grocery bill was about $100, maybe a little bit more. But the real cost is getting all of the products to use. But it's an investment in the future. So you know, I'll use this as long as I have it. So yeah, overall the groceries are what's super cheap. And you know where your food is coming from. You know what you're eating. I like to eat organic foods, so most of these foods that you see are going to be organic. You can do it cheaper if you get non-organic meals. So really, it's your choice, whatever your budget is. But I find that you will save money by doing this instead of purchasing the backpacking meals. Now, does everyone have time for this? No. But actually, dehydrating is pretty quick. You just have to prep the food, stick it in, go to work, and you come home and it's dehydrated.
Well, and it may not be something that you have time to do right this second, but you probably can maybe next year or for the spring hunts or whatever. You can, you know, get all the stuff set up and ready to go.
And the food will keep for a long time. So if you have vegetables that are going to go bad in your fridge, just chop them up real quick and throw them in the dehydrator. You know, you can do it throughout the year as well. You don't have to do it all at once like I chose to do.
And you guys, if you guys have any questions for Rihana, I'm monitoring as many of these Facebook pages that we are live on as I can. Please, by all means, send us a question and she'll answer your questions.
Yeah. All right, so the next breakfast that I'm going to prep is granola. I love granola. And I got this from Costco. There's all my measuring cups. And again, I do a half a cup. I do 3/4 of a cup for Ty. Of the granola. And then I decided to do a powdered coconut milk instead of dry milk. So half a cup of the granola.
And you said this is just really good.
It is so good. I love coconuts, and it just gives the granola a really nice, rich, kind of nutty flavor, which I like. You can do powdered milk if you'd like, but it is a little bit more expensive. I think this, for a whole bag of this, it was like $12 on Amazon. So I went with this. And you want to make sure that it's not super chunky, because if it is super chunky, then it will be harder to break down, because I'm just adding cold water to this. So just for my bladder, I'm just adding cold water.
Oh, this is the granola. You don't even need to heat the water.
No, you don't need to heat the water. You just put in cold water. So this is a tablespoon, a full tablespoon of the powder, and the half a cup of granola, and then the blueberries. And these blueberries, I love Amazon, just so you guys know. I got these on Amazon as well. They're organic, freeze-dried blueberries, and they were, I think these were a little bit more. They were about $18 for three of these, which at the grocery store, that's probably, I think I saw these and they were $8 at the grocery store maybe. So, but like I said, you don't have to do organic, and those would be cheaper. So, however many, I like a ton of blueberries, so I just pour them in. Ty, he's not such a fan of the blueberries, so I just put a little bit in his. Then just heat seal it. And that is ready to go. I also, this is actually in a smaller package. Since you're just adding water and it's not getting bigger and rehydrating, then you can use these smaller packets, because I actually got 2. These ones I did get on Amazon, but any size works. So there's that, and this one's super delicious too. We didn't pre-make that, so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, you know, you did a lot of your shopping on Amazon.
And Costco.
And Costco. Overall, your supplies, this wasn't too bad.
No, this was $20 on Amazon. $15 to $20, which is very affordable if you're going to be using it as much as I will be using it. So.
Oh, we have a question from Alicia Collins. What's the best way to carry the empty pouches out of camp with you so everything stays organized?
Take it out. So what I purchased at REI are some large Ziploc baggies that are actually scent proof, so you can't smell, because I do have a tuna recipe, and the tuna, it can get kind of smelly, and especially if you're hunting in bear country, you definitely want to be careful about that. So putting it in a REI scent control bag, and they have some big ones. It's just like a big garbage bag, and it's super lightweight. So that's how we're going to take all of our trash out.
Okay, perfect. And Jeff Suter wants to know if you can make hard bars like granola.
Oh, definitely. That would be really easy to do. And you can actually add protein to the granola if you want. On my Ree's Recipe YouTube, I actually have this amazing peanut butter protein honey bar that we call our pure protein that we take with us. And it's super easy to have in your backpack. Just pull it out and take a piece off and eat it. It's so amazing. And it's just like your straight fuel. Like, you feel like you have so much more and so much energy. And you can just keep on going.
Goes over. I made these for turkey season, and I was in the blind with some friends, and they called them like protein brownies. They're like, these are the best tasting things. Do you have any more of those brownies? I'm like, there's nothing bad for you in these.
It's just so. Yeah, I get the peanut butter from Costco. I get the big 3 organic ones, and yeah, just one of those, some honey, and it's fabulous.
And it's ready in like 30 minutes. It's like 5 minutes of prep maybe, and in the fridge for 30 minutes, and it packs all day.
Yeah, and the thing is, you can just break a piece off. You don't make it into separate little bars, because it's all going to meld together anyways in your backpack. So yeah, our friend Perry Cremens that we're actually going blacktail, he's a big Bowtech guy. He actually shared the recipe with me, or his wife did, and we were on the mountain with him last year, and we probably ate half of his servings of his own, because it was so good.
They're so good, but they're like really like rich, and they fill you up fast.
Like a fudge.
So, yeah, just like a fudge.
A little bit goes a long way.
A little goes a long way. Don't eat too much if you're going to do a lot of hiking.
You'll have a stomach ache. But it's easy to eat too much of those.
But those are just great. Just, you know, you're running out of energy. You pop one little square in, and you're good to go.
Yeah. Super delicious.
Awesome.
Okay, so I will put together some of the dinners real quick. So these ones are the ones that take a little bit more time. Once you're done hunting, it's dark typically, so you have a little bit more time to burn. So having to boil your food for a little bit longer is not always a problem. So with these guys, I actually package them a little bit differently. So I'll go over that. The meat rehydrates. This is what I was looking for right in front of me. So the meat actually rehydrates a little bit longer, takes a little bit more time than vegetables do. And the instant potatoes that I use, all you have to do is pour them in water and they're ready. So you don't want to have your potatoes mixed in with your meat and your veggies, because then you'll have a huge souffle on your hands coming up when you're boiling the water, which you don't want. So what I do is I will first put in the garlic potatoes, and I do 1/4 cup of these. And this actually makes a lot. You guys will see. That's what our biggest thing was, is at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we have enough food because we're tired and been hiking a lot. So I'll put 1/4 cup in there, and then I'm going to seal these in the bags in the bottom. That's what's cool about Mailer bags. I don't think you can do this with vacuum seal bags. So
yeah, this is really cool.
So now those potatoes are sealed at the bottom, so they won't mix with your other foods. And you'll just pop this open and pour the meat in.
And this is elk meat.
Yeah, so this is my elk that I got last year.
It smells good.
It's so good. So when cooking this, which there will be a video on how I cooked it on Ree's recipes, but it's a typical shepherd's pie. I actually put in some breadcrumbs because it actually helps with the rehydration of the meat.
Okay.
If you put it in, put the breadcrumbs in and dehydrate it with the breadcrumbs hold the moisture so that when you rehydrate, it rehydrates a little bit faster. That's a tip that I read and actually followed, so I was thankful for that. And then I put in also some Worcestershire and ketchup. So made it kind of like the shepherd's pie recipe that you're supposed to do. And then obviously season the meat with salt and pepper and what other kind of seasonings you like to put on there. I put Italian with this actual flavoring, which, like I said, that video will be on Ree's recipes if you guys want to watch it. So half a cup of that, and then I actually mix the veggies. It's carrots, peas, and corn. So I'll do a third of a cup of that mixture. And then that in here. And you don't have to seal this. You don't have to seal this seal right now. You can actually just...
So you can really load it up.
Oh yeah, you can load it to the top. Which, if you do get bags, you may want to get, these are 5 by 8. They have 5 by 11. Those ones might be a little bit easier, but I had already ordered these, so next time I'll get these. And I have 100 of them, so I have to use them.
Now, the benefit of being able to seal it in 2 different places is when you're going to cook it. Explain that to people.
So, to cook this, like I said, the meat cooks slower than the instant potatoes. So what I'll do is I'll just rip this off, pour this in, put some water in there with it, boil it for 10 to 15 minutes. And you want to make sure if you're using a jet boil, these things will boil water in like 2 minutes.
Fast.
It's so fast. So you have to keep this on pretty low while you're rehydrating the meat.
Don't put the lid on.
Don't. I told Amy, I put the lid on. I was like, whatever, here's the lid. It exploded. Ty was looking for that. He was like, oh my gosh, okay, what are you doing? So trials and tribulations, that's why I'm sharing it with you guys, so you guys can know what not to do.
She's ran the gamut, so she knows what's going on here.
And then we'll take our pocket knife once this is all rehydrated and pour this in this container or in this one. And I think for us, what we're going to do while we're hunting is we'll take one of these bowls in, and one of us will eat from the bowls, and the other one will just eat from the jet boil canister, because if you take it off, it cools pretty fast.
And again, these are so compact, like, and lightweight. Like, you're not gonna feel that in your pack. It's not gonna make a big difference.
And they completely collapse as well. And they're smaller ones too, if you just have a little bit smaller of an appetite or whatnot. So I sure don't.
If you're not as hungry.
Oh my gosh, I'm always hungry. I'm like, give me that snack bag. All right, so this one's been sitting a little bit longer.
A little bit longer.
But, so that's a pretty big serving. That's a good helping, I would say.
That's a lot of food.
Yeah, it's good for me. I probably wouldn't actually even eat all of this, but I know Ty will clean my plate if I don't, so.
I'm gonna move it around a little bit. Oh my goodness.
See, it's been rehydrating for a little too long. Usually you'd eat it right after you pour the potatoes in, but isn't it so good?
It really does taste like shepherd's pie. It's so good.
Right?
You would never know that this wasn't fresh from the kitchen.
And this was another recipe that was shared with me from one of my good friends, Emmy. So she told me about the shepherd's pie and how the instant potatoes work and everything. But yeah, it's fabulous.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Looks like I have some work to do before season gets here.
It is, seriously, how many days do we have? It's so close, like 8, 9, 9.
9.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
9 and a wake up.
I'm so excited. We're actually leaving tomorrow for our blacktail hunt, so that'll be fun. Okay, now for the last meal that I put together, which we have a ton of tuna. So I dehydrated some tuna, and I put that with mac and cheese, which we love. Not everyone loves tuna, so you can use chicken, or you could even use elk. Actually, chicken doesn't dehydrate super well. I read that it doesn't dehydrate very well, so I didn't even go there. But a ground turkey would be good in this as well, if you have some of that. So with this one, and I think I used all of my bags. Let me grab one more. So with this one, I got the organic shells from Trader Joe's. And the reason I got them from Trader Joe's is because the milk is also organic as well. Some of the boxed macaroni and cheese that you find will say made with organic pasta, but it's not organic milk. So
gotcha.
That's why I found these ones at Trader Joe's, so that they have the organic powdered milk as well. So I feel okay using that. And then this one. So you're also going to want to do these separately because the broccoli and the green beans rehydrate a lot faster than the shells and the tuna. So, wrong one. Oh, you know what? I mixed these, I forgot. Okay, well these are gonna all rehydrate at the same time. They'll just be extra cooked.
I can smell the tuna.
That's why I went
Scent-free bags.
That's why I went and researched those scent-free bags.
Don't be your own bait.
No, but we went to Puerto Vallarta last year and we caught 150-pound tuna and brought most of it home. So we have so much tuna, and it's fabulous. Oh yeah. Getting sidetracked here. And then I do a half a cup of the noodles.
Now, how do you know your portions?
I measured them out and cooked it.
Okay.
Yep. So, but it also says on the packaging typically. So this says 2/3 cups dry is 1 serving, but I cooked it and it is a lot.
Yeah.
So I actually just did half of a cup and then 1/3 of a cup of the tuna. So typically ground meat, a half a cup equals out to about 1 pound. Yeah, and half a cup when it's dehydrated. So, no, I'm sorry. It's 1 cup equals 1 pound. So I do 1/3 of a cup. So that's a good amount of meat, a good amount of protein. Yeah. So that's why I do that. But
yeah, and 1 pound would be way too much.
And tuna is a little bit different too because it's a little bit finer instead of the ground meat. But let me tell you guys this too. The finer it is when you put it in the dehydrator, the easier it is going to be to rehydrate. I almost wish I would have put mine in the blender and blended it up a little bit and then put it in the dehydrator. And that's probably what I'm going to do next time so that it's just a little bit finer and it may cook a little bit faster because 10 to 15 minutes boiling it, I do understand that is a little bit, it takes a while. So, but like I said, it's at the end of the night, so we don't care. But if it's something that you guys care about, if you do it finer, then it may work a little bit better. So I put the noodles in, and then I do a half of the packet of the cheese, which I just eyeball, honestly. You can measure it out if you want, but I can show
nobody has time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. And then I seal it up, and you're set. Now, I was telling you this, Amy, that if you do want to rehydrate in the bag without boiling it, you can. It takes about 35 minutes. I tested that as well because I really wanted to see if it would rehydrate without anything. So you pour your boiling water in, and after 35 minutes, it will rehydrate, but it just takes a lot longer. I'm more of an instant gratification type of person, so I'd rather boil it and have it be done in half the time. So you can put in hot water and let it rehydrate, but it just takes a lot longer. So that's that recipe. So the shells with the tuna, 1/3 of a cup of the tuna, and then I mix the vegetables in with the tuna, broccoli and green beans.
Perfect.
And you can switch up the vegetables too if you want different kinds. Add peas to the mix or
well,
whatnot.
I imagine once you get this whole technique down, you can really make your favorite meals and just kind of do your own thing and personalize it.
Yes, there is a great website too that I was looking at, Backpacking Chef, and they talk a lot about the dehydrated foods and such that you can use for examples if you want. I'm also going to put a lot of the demos onto my Rihana's recipes page, so if you guys have questions, you can always go to that. And there's a few recipes that I'm going to do for our elk hunt that's upcoming. We're actually going to be in our trailer, so doing some food prepping for in our trailer as well. So if you guys need some other recipes, if you have access to a refrigerator that are a little bit easier, I'll put some of those on there as well.
Yeah, and she has a lot of recipes on our Bowtech website as well under think it's under content.
Let's eat. Yeah, let's eat. Bowtech, let's eat.
So yeah, you guys, even if you don't have the ability to do the dehydrated food this year, you definitely can jump on there and get some great ideas for snacks and stuff while you're out and about.
Yeah. So the snacks and our lunches, I'll cover really quick what I like to eat when we're in the backcountry. So I actually made our own granola or trail mix. So almonds, roasted peanuts unsalted, some of the freeze-dried blueberries, and then some yogurt covered peanuts. So Ty really doesn't like raisins, and I'm not a huge fan of raisins either, so I just wanted to omit the raisins. So it's super easy just to make your own trail mix. Whatever kind of nuts are your favorite, just buy a bag of them, mix it up, and then you'll have it for the whole season. Nuts keep pretty well.
Well, everybody always picks through the trail mix. They pick out their favorite and leave the stuff they don't like. Yeah.
Plus, not only that, I'm trying the yogurt covered peanuts to see if they'll hold up in the heat. I know it's going to be pretty hot, but you know, those little chocolate pieces always melt and they're in the bottom of the bag and you have to dig them out. So we'll see how the yogurt does. I'm sure it'll melt, but it's better than chocolate, what melted chocolate looks like. So now we've got the sandwiches, so we'll pack in, Ty's gonna take I think 8 of these. I'm only taking 4. He likes to eat a lot.
Them out.
So whatever, it's your
This is why he works out.
Exactly. So, because we're gonna be in there, yeah, we're planning, well, for 8 days if we're gonna be there. Maybe he'll take 7, we'll see. But, so this is just peanut butter and bacon. And it keeps really well. It doesn't soak through your bread. Jelly would soak through the bread and make it kind of soggy. So I just put peanut butter on each side of the bread and then put bacon in between. It's a nice little snack that you can
Well, and the bacon won't go bad like the lunch meat.
Yeah, the bacon will not go bad like the lunch meat. And I was trying to figure out how to keep like some burritos or something good, but those would get soggy too, and probably the meat wouldn't be as good because I wanted to do some elk burritos, but that's what my recipe is coming for elk season. Yeah, so these are just keep really well, and for your backpack, it's super easy to pull them out and you don't have to worry about getting sick from it. These little kind of breakfast bars, you might want to take them out of the packaging because this packaging is a little bit loud before you're out there trying to chomp on them in the woods. But the little breakfast bars, these are super delicious, and oats, they're good carbs for while you're burning all that fuel. These little nutso packs are really great. Sometimes I just open them up and eat them.
Where do you get these?
I got those at Fred Meyer. Yeah, I think like Walmart or a few of the stores have them. They're just little packets of energy, which I'm gonna put in my pack, but I'm making also that peanut butter fudge type stuff, so I don't know that I'll actually eat those.
I bet that's really good.
Oh, it's super good. And so this is not just peanuts, it has all of the different nuts in it and flax and stuff too, so good omegas in there. And then these are like my treat. These are some of my favorite little things. They are the Pro Bar Bolt. Pink lemonade is really good. They're just like little chewies. It's almost like a little dessert, and it does give you a little bit of energy boost. They're organic, which I really like. It's not horrible ingredients. I can actually read what they are on the back.
Energy chews, okay.
Yeah, they're actually pretty good. So there's 2 servings in there, so I'll take 4 in with me and eat half. There's 12, I think, chews, so I'll eat 6.
So is it kind of like those things they use when they run marathons and half marathons?
Yeah, like those Cliff Power blocks that you can just eat.
Okay.
They're the same concept, except for they're organic. And the Cliff ones don't have, it's not horrible stuff in there either, but these ones.
These probably taste better.
And they're the same price. I checked them and they were the same price, so I was like, I'll try these. And I had these last year and I love them. Okay, and then we've got our little trail packs of the Mountain Ups, which I use frequently, and I don't know what I would do without it.
How are you drinking those on the trail? Do you bring a shaker?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, there's a collapsible platypus that you can pour these into, and super lightweight. You can just put your water from your hydration bladder in there and then drink them like that.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So it's almost like a...
So you're not out there with a shaker.
Ty probably would do that now. But yeah, definitely don't want to be out there with a shaker cup.
Awesome.
So yeah, does anyone have any questions? Hopefully you guys got something from this, because it was definitely a good one.
Yeah,
Eastern Cape? Was that somebody from the Eastern Cape?
Yes. You may know them.
Yeah, maybe.
Don Lax.
Hi, from the Eastern Capes in South Africa. Oh, from a wet. Oh, they got rain. Very cool.
We're a little bit jealous. We've only had a little bit of rain here.
Oh my gosh, it has been. So very cool, you guys. Definitely, if you guys have questions, make sure that you contact me on my social media pages, my Facebook page, or wherever. I'm always happy to answer any questions. And then check out the Ree's Recipes page as well, because that has a lot of good recipes on there too. All
right, I think that's it. I hope you guys had an enjoyable time watching our little demonstration here, and I appreciate you coming in today. I gotta give this a try at home.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll see you guys.